Hey everyone, Ammo here, taking a quick look at Supposedly Wonderful Future. It's a sci-fi story, point and click, that's mostly dialogue driven, and it's been sent to me by a viewer who wanted me to check out the game. So here we are. I believe his name is Dmitry Sagumenov. Hope I'm saying that at least approximately correct. And it's released on April 18th. It was sent to me like a few weeks ago, but wanted to get closer to the 18th release date to show it off. So let's just jump right in and play about 20 minutes. Not going to go through the whole thing, except be ridiculous. We'll just look at it for like 20-30 minutes and check it out, because I love sci-fi, and I like story, and I like narrative-based games. Have you ever imagined a day like this would come? I am terrified. I tend to wonder about all sorts of great stuff, the power of imagination. Too bad I can't feel these things anymore. I'm just a sad and tired old man. A lonely failure at top of the world. Is there anything I can do? No, let's finish this. Oh, it's a gun. What's happening? It's a gun and some alcohol. It's not a good combination. Prologue, an unlikely visitor. I'm actually legitimately kind of upset because I also just heard that Arlie Ermy passed away, and it broke my heart. Loved his performances, learned a lot from him. He had a lot of educational TV shows, and he's the only celebrity I've ever had an autograph from. And I just heard he passed away. It broke my heart. Not your favorite way to start a story. The exact date is rarely that important. Wednesday, 18th, 2018. It's just a convention, an arbitrary system made by humans to count the Earth's rotations. Still, they say you have to understand your place in time and space. Then again, they said a lot of pretentious things, and usually you can't even tell for sure who the heck they are supposed to be. It's called the pronoun game. Regardless, the day is young, so you decide to go with the flow and proceed into the office. The sun is shining shamelessly through the window, no doubt on its evil quest to stink UV radiation past the ozone layer again. You take a look around, slowly acknowledging the environment that didn't even exist 6 months ago, but already feels comfortably familiar. Your own business, no bosses, no rules, no bureaucracy, only projects to use your skills on and real clients to make happy. It's a tiny company, of course, just two programmer friends decide to go official, nothing special. Thousands of people try to do the same thing all around the world. Still, even more people would call it crazy, too risky, no guarantee of success, no clear way to rise above the competition, and dozens of ways to go bankrupt. They would prefer the illusion of secure employment with crippling bureaucracy, pointless rules, and no sense of meaningful impact whatsoever, even if they hate it as much as the next guy. And you are a long way from proving those folks wrong, but you haven't proven them right either. The clients are coming, the clients are satisfied, enough to keep you busy, and enough to keep you happy with your bank account. The clients have grand plans, and they trust you'll turn them into reality. Perhaps this is how good life decisions should look like. Daring enough to feel crazy, yet logical enough to be real. They say you need to step out of your comfort zone, but you don't have to do it every day. That's the thing about zones. Whenever you leave one, you very quickly find yourself inside another. Today, you can embrace the routine and keep making this new zone more comfy. As you look around, you notice the familiar blinking of the phone on your desk. Oh no, my millennial phone anxiety is flaring up. It seems like Samuel, your fearless partner in crime, has left you a message. You should probably check it out if you're done admiring the surroundings. We have a nice couch, beautiful view in this little apartment office. Looks like an apartment, but it's also an office. But it seems like kind of weird structure to be an office. It's just a regular door. I guess it could be office space. There's a dartboard. I get the impression it's more like an apartment, and it's kind of like co-opted into an office space. I don't know. Hello music. I was blasted out my ear holes. Let's turn that down just a smidgen. Not too much, still want to hear it in the background. I had it turned up a little bit in my headset to be fair. Okay, alright, I think that's a little bit better. It's 2018, the bookshelves are used for anything but books. I'll take a look at this whiteboard of ours. Screw, a very agile management framework complete guide. Definitive guide to screw the rules of the game. You're doing it wrong. LucasArts Classics Nostalgia Night. Replay Mass Effects 1 through 3, Romance Garrus. Trails in the Sky, FC and SC Max BP. Ooh, I don't get that reference. Summer Soul, Reckless Spending, Trick Mitch into trying Skyrim, Mega Man 26910 Marathon, Speedrun Super Meat Boy Like a Boss, and YS Origin, Caress of Steel. Maybe we'll have less time to nag us about features. Cost, value. Cost. Speedrun Super Meat Boy, high cost, high value. Dude, or come on, the LucasArts, I guess that does have low cost. You want to say that's a low value? You want to say, tell me replaying Mass Effect is low value? That's one of the greatest series of games. Are you going to put this way up here? I'm always saying a high cost, low value. Having someone try Skyrim, Skyrim's a classic. Shouldn't be low value. I mean, I think, honestly, it's a contentious opinion, maybe a little overrated. Not saying it's bad, but it's like hailed as like the greatest game of all time. Like maybe pump your brakes all a little bit. 27 Days Out, New Holes in the Wall. It's a very interesting board. I didn't expect such happy music. Can you? And then the music cuts out in the middle of the menu, and it's just a little too much. Back. Continue. Can we play darts? If I play darts, this is a 10 out of 10 game. Whoa! Bullseye! Although we're supposed to get... Where's the... Yeah, supposed to get... Come on. Nope. You're not aiming for the right place. This person does not play darts. How many darts do I have? I like that the darts change colors every 3... Oh, okay, so there's 3 sets of darts. Alright, I like how I can mess around without advancing the story whatsoever. I like that. Okay, that sounds so fun. You have 3 new messages. Play the message from today, and I forward. Let's listen to them in chronological order. Hi, Mike. This is Andy from Genti. I checked things with the higher-ups yesterday. Unfortunately, IE7 support is a must. Typical. I mean, it's probably just with their internal Internet Explorer, or their internal Internet browsers. Yes, I'm going to say it out loud so you don't have to. We are the dinosaurs. Our OS is hopelessly outdated, and we can't even install applications without triggering a bureaucratic nightmare. Yep, and that sounds like the workplace. I was hoping till the very end that our case might warrant an exception. It's a visualization system for heaven's sake, but they said no, and there's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully this will change as our cooperation bears fruit. But for now, I'm sorry to drop more work on you so close to launch. So let me know how it goes in a couple days, aight? Michael, this is Mitch. I think we need to make some design changes to the customer feedback form. The fields are too wide and the font just doesn't feel right. Also, would it be possible to change how calculation results are displayed? Specifically, I'd like all extra chunks to appear on the same page rather than in pop-ups. I know there's not enough space, but maybe restructure it a bit? Please let me know ASAP. Hey dude, so I spent last night talking with the expert guys and it looks quite promising. They don't have any deadlines in mind yet and definitely worry more about quality than speed, which is just the way you like it. I've emailed you the details. Might be hard to juggle both this and Genti, but hey, too much work to no work at all. Don't worry about my part. I'm gonna code till I drop. Speaking of parts, can you give me a raise? I know we manage our own raises. I'm just trying to give you a proper boss experience preparation for our inevitable world-conquering expansion. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now, say I'm out. And we leave. So it seems like business is booming. Although our business is mostly just... Oh, I heard that knock. Our business is mostly just, like... Okay, what? Oh, it's just terrifying. You open the door to find a woman standing on your doorstep. She seems agitated and a little out of breath, with tiny beads of sweat showing up on her forehead. She looks at you and immediately lets out a sigh of relief. Morning, Mr. Morton. I'm so glad I finally found you. Hey, sure. Was it that hard? It was pretty maddening for a moment. A labyrinth of back alleys and weird intersections. Our records must have been wrong. I had no idea where I was going. Cheap rent has its drawbacks. Records can be unreliable. Do I know you? Oh, well, this is awkward. That's not how I should have started at all, is it? Oh, no, I've embarrassed myself. How do I know you? You can try to start again if you want to. Start any way you'd like if you get to the point eventually. You can try to start again. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Morton. You are Michael D. Morton, aren't you? Affirmative. The thing is, I have a proposition for you, and I believe you'll find it most interesting. Can I have a moment of your time to discuss? My name is Jackie, by the way. Sure thing, Jackie. Have a seat. You're like leaning a little close. I don't know. Put a client on this couch. This couch seems a little bit low, and I'm like at the desk, presumably. I feel like there's a better way to set this up from like a business perspective. The woman takes place on your couch as offered. Overall, it looks like she's managed to regain her composure. Would you be interested in making up to $1,000 today? Can I get you something to drink? What can we do? You've got 15 minutes. What can we do for you today? Gotta be professional. Just hearing me out should be enough. Thank you. I do apologize for the sudden visit. Simply showing up on your doorstep is not how proper business negotiations should start, but my circumstances are quite restricting. You don't have to worry about corporate etiquette here, Jackie. We're a small company, flexible, and concentrate on what matters. There you go. Gotta be a proper businessman, diplomatic. Thanks. It's very kind of you. Let's get right to it then. I'd like to offer you a job. Well, I appreciate you coming to us, but unfortunately, we already have full capacity. Perhaps a couple months down the road might suit. We're packed with projects at the moment. Sorry. Yeah, I appreciate it. No, not a job for your company, Mr. Morton. A job for you as a person. I already have a job. It's the kind of reason why I'm here. I like that one. You can do both. The job specifics make it a very special case. Besides, it's useful to have a fallback plan, even if the main plan is working flawlessly. Those won't hurt. Yeah, proceed with sales pitch. I'll humor you, but we warrant very little chance. Alright. Thank you. Now, Mr. Morton, the offer I'm about to give involves talking about rather unusual things that might sound unbelievable at first. So here's a general plan I'd like to propose. First, I'll make a far-reaching claim. Then we'll talk about it in more detail. You are free to ask any questions to determine whether the claim is true or not. In fact, I'd like you to. I think you can decide if it's actually true. Does that sound like something you could spend a little bit of your time on? What's the claim? I come from the future. Alright. I work for a company called Life Plus. We're one of the leading experts in all things technological. I think like Life Plus might be... I guess you're saying it's Life Plus. So technology adds to your life. That's probably the idea. Barely an hour ago, I traveled 30 years back in time because our scientists recently, and quite unexpectedly to everyone but themselves, might I add, cracked the secret to time traveling. This is the first field test, and you are our first contact. The job I'm offering involves coming back with me to the year 2048 and working together on a special project. Alright, Jackie, one thing at a time. Tell me about your future. What kind of social project are we talking about? You will have to solve a series of problems with no possibility to turn back halfway through, and it'll be mutually beneficial. You will learn about our society as you work on them. That's rather vague. It is quite vague. And why would you need someone from the past to solve your problems? This is ridiculous. 2 words, outsider's perspective. You're not part of our society, therefore you do not possess our dispositions, and therefore completely free from biases. 30 years, that much of a difference? Although with the rate of societal and technological change, exponential, it could be 30 years means more and more. If you go back like 1,000 years, 30 years is nothing. It's a blink of an eye. We believe this quality is important enough to justify the entire convoluted scheme. That, it's rather vague. As intentional, I'm afraid the nature of the problems requires you to be uninformed. No turning back is a big commitment. I like sure that every problem will be perfectly solvable by a man of your skills, but I also cannot describe them in more detail. That is something you will have to see with your own eyes. I expect you to solve them with your mind, Mr. Morton. A human mind is extremely valuable, even 30 years down the road. How many problems? 5, each taking a day. Logistics already planned. Everything's ready for you. 5 days of your time is all we need. What do you want me to start? Right after we finish this conversation? We can be in 2048 in less than an hour. Oh, why the hurry? You have all the time in the world. Not that simple. Every alteration of the past requires a lot of preparation and calculation. More time spent between our offer and your decision means more alteration. I'm afraid that's not something we can afford. Just a limitation of the situation. And when it ends, what do I get out of it? There are 2 options. 1, you come back here, return to your daily life. Everything remains the same, except, of course, yourself. We can't offer you any financial incentive, but on every other account, it'll be a life-changing experience, as you might imagine. And the other, you get to stay. You join us in the future where science is stronger, society is better, and you get a much longer and happier life. Nah, that's ridiculous. Alright, if we're gonna roleplay, obviously it's crazy, and we're gonna be like, you can't, you're not from the future, crazy lady, get out of here. Then we go to the future and we solve problems, whatever. Which I like the conceit of having 5 days. It's like, you have 5 days, 5 problems. They need you for some reason to solve the problems. And then you do, good job, you're done. Well, that's a conceit, we don't know if that's how the way exactly it goes. But if you can go into the future, you can either be like a plebeian 30 years in the future, just some scrub with no contacts, probably very little pay, or you can take what you learned 30 years in the future, come back in time, pull like a Biff, and then just rule the world. You become the richest man on the planet. And then you'll live 30 more years, probably, and they'd be like, oh yeah, now I'm here in the same year, except I'm not just some guy who's died of loneliness, I am the ruler of the Free Earth Federation. Tell me, why are you interested in me? Because we want you to join us. We want to share our bright future with people of the past who worked so hard to make it possible. This is our way to use time traveling for the greater good. We owe previous generations that much. In this case, shouldn't you go more than 30 years back? I'm 29. I think I stand a pretty good chance to join you conventionally. That's what I was just saying. Well, like some other timelines series change, but I'm messing with 28. You're teen, you're messing with 2048. You won't. Excuse me? I said I might join them by conventional means. You are no longer alive in 2048. Time traveling is the only way for you to reach it. I'm sorry. You mean I died? I can't tell you any details. Giving information about your future life is unsafe. No, wait a second, lady. You can't drop a bomb like this expect to ignore it. Unsafe is simply telling details of safe. Why? What does it make inviting me to the future? And how can you know that? The future's written yet? I'm not sure how to react to that. Yeah, tell me details, unsafe. How are you going to recruit me to the future? As a poor choice of words, I meant to say is that everything's unsafe unless you spend a lot of resources simulating possible outcomes, ensuring that cascading changes won't spiral out of control. And while we did that for everything directly related to our proposition, we had to leave out a lot of extra things, so I'm quite limited in what I can say. Now wait a second, lady. Can't drop a bomb like that, expect me to ignore it. It's kind of an important part of the story. What are you even going to tell me? I'm sure you're going to ask, precisely because it's so important. I guess I have to say all the stuff. No, but some events are more persistent than others. Even if you remove the cause, something else will trigger them. Oh, are you? What's this Doctor Who fixed moments in time? So in order for us to get past the event, we have to travel into the future to not be killed. So we skip the event because we can't alter that event because of mysterious wibbly wobbly time stuff. Your death appears to be one of those events. You don't have to react at all. Just take it into consideration when giving your final answer. Won't screw things up on your end. It will cause ripples, but not necessarily in a profound way. The degree of uncertainty depends on the person in question. Pulling you out won't change too much. I must die kind of soon then, huh? That's why you're a suitable can't. I'm about to die. We have to get out of here. That's why they're pulling me, because I'm going to die soon anyway. So they pull me out. It's no different than if I just disappeared normally because I'm about to die. We have to get out of here. I didn't mean it that way. You do affect the world around you. Of course, everyone does. I just want to say it'd be safe for you to make a different turn. Well then, yes. Tell me about the future. It's pretty awesome. No catastrophes? It's been pretty peaceful. Much more peaceful, in fact, than your current time. Regional conflicts and global tensions are solved in peaceful ways. Economic inequality is reduced. High school level education is available for all. Child mortality and poverty are exceedingly rare, and the entire world has access to clean water, vaccination, and other necessities. We've all become communists. There's actually some real achievements. I thought you'd try to learn me technological gimmicks and stuff. Any flying cars yet? Do I look like a starving African child? Oh my god. Tell me something that the overprivileged can use. Well, that's messed. Alright. I think I'll give you a couple of those too. For example, there's a matter of us not aging anymore. What? There's a medical procedure called cells and tissue renewal process, or just renewal, however you want to call it. If you go through it, you stop aging for 10 years at a time. After that, you just do it again, so it's possible to never get old. And if you don't get old, your risk of age-related illnesses is reduced accordingly. Is that a fancy way to say live forever? Are you telling me you are an immortal? You can use that term if you like. Yes, it's definitely the closest we've ever been to immortality. Alright. It's getting really hard to believe. The whole thing's been really hard to believe. It's about time travel, you crazy person. Sure, whatever, it's awesome. It is true even if it may sound like a wild fantasy. There's no need to go searching for examples. I myself am 61. Though I suppose there's no way I can prove it to you right here and now. How's that even work? Do you take a magic pill and stop aging? That changes everything. Literally everything. It will eventually. At the moment, however, most of the consequences are yet to come. It's been 15 years since the first successful trial, and much less since the renewal became commonly available. So people are still processing the idea. You don't have to worry about our society being too different from yours. Alright, let me summarize this. You come from the future, it's terrific, I'm supposed to die, but you can change that by taking me to live in 2048, where I can solve some special problems that only a guy with the past can. They're vague, and it's supposed to be a surprise. Very good summary, yes. And you're not joking. And if I refuse, you will leave, and I'll die. Yes, we won't bother you anymore, because I'm going to die. I know I'm going to die. I'm going to die. It's all nice and all fun chat, but do you seriously believe the story and follow you? Just after one little conversation? I mean, I have some work to do. Maybe I die if I follow her, because, realistically, I would just stay here. But I think I'm just going to die, so... sure. I don't really have a choice. If I just know I'll be torturing myself with what-ifs until the end of my days, which is probably like 3 hours from now. Fantastic, shall we then? Yeah, worst case is good. They sent a woman. She's maybe a little less threatening. During the 2018, she's less physically intimidating. So I'm less worried about being like cornered in an alley and murdered and robbed, which is still a possibility, but it's just less on the tip of my mind. So I'm more likely to follow her in this suspicious, crazy story. And I have lunch break right now. I'm gonna clock out. Just did it. I work for myself. Let's go, Jackie. What do you got for me? Dimly lit house. Is this the first problem? You leave the office together. Unlikely pair of a woman feeling out the place and a man who's about to feel the same. Excitement, anxiety, battling inside of you for attention. You wonder if your ability to drop everything and walk away with the first time traveling person you've met should be considered marvelous, disastrous, ridiculous, or all of these at the same time. You make your way through the same alleyways to nearby buildings that must have made Jackie sweat earlier this morning. As back alleys change to busy streets, you notice that her nervousness is starting to return. After 10 minutes of determined crowd maneuvering, you turn into another narrow passage where Jackie produces a miniature device from her pocket, apparently preparing to do whatever she needs to initiate time jumps. 5 more minutes pass. You think the most natural preparation would be to find a secluded corner and make sure nobody's watching, but she's the one interested in checking her watch, looking around. as if simply standing at a certain spot at a certain time guarantees privacy. Then she presses a button on the device. You close your eyes. Funny, she didn't ask you to. You just felt an urge to close your eyes. And then you find yourself elsewhere. The transition is sudden but smooth, and it feels like waking from a dream. Was it indeed just a dream? Possible. You're generally trying to fall asleep in unknown environments, and this dark place certainly qualifies as one. It looks like somebody's living room, but there aren't any people around. And there's no sign of Jackie either. As your eyes adjust to poor illumination, you notice there's 3 separate doorways. Perhaps one of them leads you to some answers, or at least an exit. Alright. 3 doorways. Let's go left to right. Anything else in this room? Let's investigate the room first. Do some investigations. Okay. Let's say euthanasia. Dear Mrs., we'd like to inform you that memory-related manipulations already affected. Letter list of options for questions. Please accept our sincere. However, we kindly. So something about memory manipulation, and there's euthanasia. Can I just take the? Excuse me. Can I just? Excuse me. Sometimes it feels like too much of it, but please note this item intended to be handled by authorized medical personnel only. Please print other similar materials. Can I just does this bill do what I think it does? Okay, we can't actually take the euthanasia bill. I figured maybe we could at least pick it up, or we just take it and we die in a humorous way. Okay, left or right? Oh, this is kind of I have the feeling it's like a front door type of deal. Hi. A small figure sitting on bed looks at you with a curious expression. Hello. Hi there, little girl. Hi there, little girl. I'm not little, I'm big and strong and smart. Sure thing, big lady. What are you doing here? Well, there's this woman invited me to the future, so I went with her, but I don't know. I literally appeared here out of thin air. Probably something stupid. I always end up doing something stupid. You're funny, but mommy tells me not to talk with strangers. This little girl is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? I don't care how young I am. If there's a strange man just appeared in my house, I'd be freaking out. I don't think there's ever a point in my life I was young and naive enough to be able to speak properly and comprehend information in any way without being like, hey, there's a strange man just walked into my bedroom. It's dark. I would be screaming my little head off. We don't have to be strangers. Yeah, good. Just follow the the creeper handbook here. They have a little. It's a script. When they tell you can't talk to strangers, say we don't have to be strangers. There's no one else to talk to. I know we can just learn about each other. I'm Mitty. What's your name? Pleased to meet you, Mitty. I'm Michael. Candlejack? Why am I Candlejack? Hello, Mr. Candlejack. Is that actually my last? No, I'm Morton, aren't I? Michael Morton? See, we're not strangers anymore. I have a fake name. Are you okay talking to me now? Sure, we're not strangers anymore. God, this is weird. This is weird. I'm really uncomfortable here. This is a spooky house. Mommy doesn't like light anymore. That's fine. Do you know there's an exit? The front door is in the hallway, but Mommy has the keys. You'll need to ask her to open it. Talk to you later, creepy little girl with like a skin disorder. Hope you get better. I clicked off the screen. No, come back. There we go. Got a little too aggressive, me trying to click away. It's mostly Mitty's favorite drawings. Most favorite drawings. Drawing shows about her mom. Some sort of Mitty drawings. She seems a little old to be drawing like that. I don't know. This might be a kitchen. This is the front door. Never mind. These are photos. At least family favorite photos. Girl, railroad, roller coaster, pocket watch, mishmash. Judging by this collection of shoots, it's summertime outside. At least not a snowy winter. And there are at least like 3 people. We go like 2 women's shoes could be the same lady, 2 kids' shoes could be middies, and then like a father's boots. Or, I mean, I guess these could just be at least 1 adult, 1 child. I should have known it was you, umbrella. Here's the front door, at least you think it is, considering that it looks bigger and more sturdy than the other doors around the apartment. It has some kind of electronic lock with a shiny red circle on it, which might be an indication that the door is locked. Still, leaving this place sounds like a sensible course of action, so it shouldn't really stop you from trying it. Try to open the door, it's not going to open. It's really locked, you give it a push and then a pull, and whichever way it opens, it's secured. And examine the lock more closely. The lock appears to be a little more on the plain surface. I probably acts as a sensor for a key card, some other electronic key or fob. You see nothing of the sort. Place your thumb on the surface just in case it works fingerprints, but the lock doesn't grace you any sort of reaction. Let's just step away because we know we need the key from Mitty. Don't know why I would use the fingerprints because it's not like I would be encoded for like the fingerprint sensor, right? This is the mother's room. I'm immediately scared again. Purse, France, breathe, focus, change, think a thought. Do you give up? You got this, tomorrow will be better. Look around the kitchen. This is the kitchen. Hello, mother. Inside of the kitchen, you find a middle-aged, tired-looking woman sitting on a small stool. She seems to be lost in thought and doesn't even notice you. Um, Hello, madame. Sorry to suddenly appear like that. I'm not quite sure how it's happened. Hello, anybody home? Who are you? Nah, man, just say hello. Oh, that's alright. You can never be sure in this place. Do you live here? I think so. Do you need something? Are you also from the past or something? 'Cause you people seem like criminally under-concerned with a stranger appearing in your house. Are you familiar with a woman called Jackie? Let's find out. Never heard of her. We don't get many visitors lately. Okay. Is this the future? What year? Oh, I always forget these things, but it can't be the future. How can it be the future when time is still? Because you unlocked the front door, you're not useful. Feel free to, it's unlocked, left the door open because I'm waiting for someone. I'm pretty sure it's locked. I know I left it open, I'm not out of my mind yet. No, seriously, it's closed. I can't check, I'm waiting for someone. I can assure you it's open. Time is still, you say. Time is still. Nothing happens, nothing good, but nothing bad. And that's the way I like it. Am I in some sort of, like, time weird... Am I in some sort of non-linear time room house? Excuse me, have you seen a man around here? Other than me? Yes, see, I'm waiting for someone. A man from the agency. They promised me someone will come to help, so I just sit here and wait. To help with what? Nothing, really. Never mind. Sorry to bother you. I'm getting a little suspicious of what's happening in this apartment and or this world regarding the passage of time. Because I bet you this door's open now. Front door is locked. You try one more time, and then shines another careful look in case you missed something, because the one was sure it's open. It's still nothing. She lied to me, it's not open. Step away. Is this my first problem? Is how to open this door? Hey, lady. Door's locked. Door is still closed, it's still a locked door. Hey, lady. Hey, yo. She doesn't want to talk to me. Wow, rude. Rude. Mitty, you know anything? Mitty the clam? I need your help. Hello again. Hey, did not open the front door? Mommy has the keys, just ask her. The woman sitting in the kitchen? Yep, it's my mommy. I love her. Good for you. Only what? Nothing, it's alright. You can tell me anything. I can keep secrets. Mommy wouldn't play with me. Wouldn't even talk with me. I tell her, come on, mommy. Please, 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 pretty, please. But she just covers her face and is crying. Are you dead or going to die? Is that what the euthanasia pill's about? Is she going to kill you? Is she going to euthanize you? Oh, I'm very... Ooh, I don't know, but it's boring here without her. I wish mommy would play with me. I'll talk to you later. Can I ask you something? Sure thing, Mitty. I made this delicious cake for mommy. Can you give it to her? Maybe then she'll play with me. Of course. Thank you. You are so nice. Oh, I try to be. Little girl suddenly starts to cough in quite intense manner. Realizes there's something strange about the way she speaks to me. It's because she's caught a cold. Maybe she's has an unusual voice, or maybe she's clearly very ill. A little, but the doctor says there's nothing to worry about. It will be over before I know it. Oh, it's the pill. Alright, the girl gives you a circular box full of meticulously shredded paper colored with different crayons. Those look quite festive, although certainly inedible. What a beautiful cake. I'm sure Mom would be delighted to have it. Thanks. Alright, I'll go give the paper cake from the sick girl to her mother. Wait, the TV was on? I don't think the TV was on last time. Is it still on? I just walked right past it. Hey. This is just cheap. Oh, okay. I don't remember that being there before. Hello, mother. Do you need something else? I met your daughter. She asked me to give you something. I met your daughter. Stunning turn of events. Found myself to be your errand boy. She made you a gift. Was it you who turned the TV on? TV? Oh, yes. I mean, it's programmed to switch on at a certain time. I used to watch the show, but recently it's been only static. Or maybe it's just me. Yeah, maybe there's something else I can help you with. Met your daughter. She wants to give you something. No, wait, what? She's your daughter, right? Oh, no, I mean, yes. I mean, you don't know whether she's your daughter or not? No, is there something wrong with her? No, not with her. There's something wrong with this whole place, but I seem to be forgetting what. Everything is so unclear. It's been legitimately creepy the whole time, Michael. Unclear as the understatement. Your house is so dark I can barely see my own hands. Oh, sorry, I'm such a terrible housekeeper. It's just that they said someone's going to help, so I'm sitting here and waiting. Not much else to do. I'm probably the guy supposed to come help. They sent me with my unique perspective from the past to come help. It seems like there's some sort of... Did they break time with their time machine? We take the gift or not. What gift? Here. See, it's a cake. Your daughter worked hard to make it. You hold out the girl's creation. The woman stares at it for a moment, then reluctantly takes the box. She looks inside with a pained expression, a mixture of fear and disgust, as if her mischievous girl could hide a cockroach there. Something tells you she's not going to enjoy her cake very much. What'd you think? The woman suddenly starts fighting with tears. I don't know. It's very colorful. I'll leave you be. Is her child already dead and that's part of the time Because I feel like there's some sort of chrono sickness in this place. Biological experiments not enough for you. Now you need time traveling experiments as well. Kid, it must be photos of many long photos she took of herself, top of the picture rolled in camera, tied all together. Hey, good job, I figured it out. Same shoes back home, front door is still closed. Let's go back to Schmitty's room. I imagine this is our first puzzle. As we're from the agency, and that we're helping this lady with the problem. Hello, Ken. Hey, I gave the cake to your mother. The package is successfully delivered to the recipient, ma'am. That's good. She's a growing girl. The more words you speak and expand the vocabulary, the better it is for her growing mind. Really? She took it? That's awesome. Does she like it? She was impressed. Will she come play now? I don't think so, Mitty. Your mommy looks very preoccupied. I knew it wouldn't be enough, so I made another gift. Well, you're a very resourceful girl, you know that? Another gift? Let's hope mommy takes care of the last one, so I knew my delivery guy days weren't past me. Oh, we're talking about the gift. It's a very special gift this time, something that can help mommy's troubles. Here. Girl excitedly passes you another round box. Inside you find cutout drawings of what appears to be medical tools and supplies. Bandages, thermometers, syringes, stethoscope, and even a scalpel. There's also another load of shredded paper, this time colored to resemble pills. Very special pills. Are you playing doctor? What is this, Minnie? Mommy looks like she's in pain, so I made things that'll help her. She can stitch her troubles with these tools, and if it won't be enough, there are pills, they're magical pills. It's the euthanasia pill. I know pills like this exist. Mommy once told me about them. Oh no. Oh no. You are very thoughtful. Like magic poof and all the pain is gone. Alright, Poof, I guess I'll give it to your mommy. I guess I'll kind of... Thanks, you're a real friend. Oh, Mitty, no, you're... Oh, it's gonna be upsetting. I'm gonna be upset, aren't I? I got you an upsetting gift. Do you need something else? I have something upsetting for you. What? I don't know why something's a different color. Oh no, it's because where the mouse was. Your daughter asked me to give you another gift. It's a little more imaginative. Your girl's quite an imagination. Here's an authentic doctor's kit designed specifically for you. Another present for your little one. She said you can stitch your trouble with these tools and then top it off magical pills. It's a little more imaginative. I'll go with that one. You give the girl second work to her mother. The woman absentmindedly reaches out, but then her gaze falls upon the contents of the box and her hand freezes in midair. She jerks as if the gift slapped her across the face and suddenly lets out a howl. Why are you doing this to me? Stop, stop, I beg you. Oh, calm down, lady. I'm not doing anything. I'm just passing along stuff. It's just a kid's craft. I think I see why your daughter's so worried about you. Now calm down, lady. I'm not doing anything. She's not my daughter. She's my mother. Excuse me? Pardon? Is there something I don't understand, or are you just messing with me? She's a little girl and you're a grown-up woman, actually. Your mother, really, how crazier can you get? She's 10 years old, tops. Has she been locked in some sort of, like, rejuvenation? Is it with the immortality protocol? Somehow did something? Or how could she be your mother? Just look at her, get a closer look. She's no little girl, she's an abomination. Well, I mean, she looks like she has like a skin disorder. It's a little rough. Calm down. I didn't say it's hard enough that you wailing, yelling. You are insane. I need to get out of here. I'll humor you, but this madness is getting on my nerves. Alright, calm down. I'll do as you say. It's probably a bad idea. Usually a bad idea to tell uncalm people to calm down. It never seems to work. But then she don't want me to say anything? Do I go take a closer look at Mitty? Hey, I'm still playing Messenger. What's up, Mitty? I heard a rumor about you. You straighten your eyes as you approach Mitty, but the room is too dark to make out any details. Annoyed by that constant lack of visibility, as well as the general lack of sense on the premises, you move towards the switch on the wall. Seconds later, an involuntary gasp escapes your mouth. Every bit of Mitty's skin is covered with liver spots and deep wrinkles. She looks grotesque. A genetic experiment gone wrong, or Benjamin Button making a cameo in a horror movie. A realization dawns on you. There was nothing wrong with her voice. It just wasn't a little girl's voice. It was an old and sick woman's voice. Mitty, what's wrong with you? Nothing, I'm alright. Why? Your body's all wrinkled, you look like an old lady. It's because I'm a little ill at the moment. Nothing's to worry. I heard the doctor saying, so I heard it myself. The woman says you are her mother, not her daughter. Is that right? Mommy says so? That's a funny thing to say. What does it mean? I have no idea. I need to leave for a moment. Alright, so you're like... Makes sense with the pills and stuff. You're just a sick old lady, unfortunate. And then we need to do the euthanasia. So with the I bet this is right here. Can I take it yet? Can I just grab this and Can we just force feed it? Okay, it's not we're not there yet. Can I give it to the mother perhaps? Or wait, not the mother because the mother's the little girl. Can I give it to the? We're getting very confusing. You got some splaining to do. Is she really your mother? What happened? She is seriously ill, late stage Alzheimer's. If I believe from acting Alzheimer's to convince someone she's a little girl, I mean that's she a bit stable and convincing for Alzheimer's? That's because it wasn't just Alzheimer's. We tried surgery. They can heal all kinds of terminal illnesses these days, but not Alzheimer's. Not officially. Still testing. Open for the public if you're willing to risk it. I said 90% chance of success. Almost as good as certain, right? Well, strictly speaking, it's not. It just means 90%. And I assume it failed. What kind of crazy surgery? Before the surgery, well, I stopped talking to her altogether. She may be delusional, but she's still her mother. And whoa, there's a lot to say. What are you going to do now? I found a strange pill alongside a book about euthanasia. Do you know anything about it? And I assume the surgery failed. Yes. Beyond repair. The doctors don't even know what went wrong and can't do anything about it. Well, let's just ask about the euthanasia pill. Euthanasia. Try to get us euthanasia pill, even sneak one, but the doctors won't let me. They have dozens of chemicals that can kill you peacefully, but they're very good at controlling who gets them. The agency said they can get me one, though. Their man will have a pill. I wonder how it got there. You tried to get one? What do you euthanize your mother? I thought that might be the way, but I'll never be able to do it. How can you feed death to your own mother and watch as she falls asleep forever? Impossible. I'd rather sit here paralyzed till I fall asleep forever. Be much better. Why stop talking to her? I simply can't talk with her. It's a mockery. She's a kid. I hate kids. But, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's kind of irrelevant, honestly. What about 4? Because they are a burden, they scream and shout and poop and pee and get sick and they destroy health, damage your psyche, they bleed their parents and throw them away. Did you do that? Are you feeling guilt over what you did? Oh, she's feeling guilty about how she treated her mother, and now that her mother's sick and needs her, she's overwhelmed. Finally, somebody says out loud what everybody's thinking. You were a kid once too, but try to remind her. I'm different. I never abandoned my mother. The only reason why we raise kids is that we need someone to replace us after death to keep the human race alive. You're abandoning your mother right now, so I'm trying to get you to realize. We're practically immortal now. We don't have to worry about kids much longer. What are you going to do now? Nothing. I'll just sit. They said the man from the agency can help me, but here's nothing left to do. If he comes, I'll recommend him to sit down too. I'm the man from the agency. She was not a little girl before the surgery. She was just fading, not recognizing, forgetting things, forgetting how to talk, drifting away. It was even worse then. I mean, at least she's cheerful and innocent. It's more horrible than ever. She's delusional. She acts like a kid, and I hate kids. We've already been through that. What kind of crazy surgery was it? Brain surgery. They're not side effects, they're results. What can you do with a lab rat when the experiment goes wrong? You throw it away. 90% chance of success. I know doctors talk a lot about that, but how can you worry about statistics when your mother fades away in front of you? Well, let's go talk to Mitty. Because apparently we're just saying we can give the pill. I don't want to commit to that necessarily. If I find there may be another solution, not that I'm necessarily against euthanasia, but I feel like it might be a bit of an extreme. It might be a bit extreme in this regard. You approach Mitty, but the initial shock wore off. Now he knows that she may not be so unnaturally grotesque after all. She's just a short person, burdened by age and illness. She could probably pass for a stereotypical old granny if it wasn't for her cheerful, girly behavior. Hello again. Mitty, how old are you? I'm 8. You don't feel older? Like, old? I do, but that's just because I'm sick. You always feel tired when you're sick, right? Do you remember anything from before? Of course I do. We used to talk and play. I enjoyed it. Mommy's always so nice. She never treated me like a kid. I hate when people treat you like a little kid. I'm not little. How are you holding up? I'm bored. Nothing happens. Oh, something's about to happen, alright. I'll talk to you later. Whew. Because if we can just convince the mother to see that, or the daughter to see that it's still her mother, and she's otherwise seems to be healthy, and just because it's not the same mother that she remembers, it's still maybe her mother, and they can still give her a sufficient quality of life, even though it may not be exactly perfect for you or what you imagined. You still maybe have the responsibility to take care of your aging parent, even if instead of being old, they're kind of like weirdly young, and it's definitely kind of weird, but it's not an excuse just to like kill them. Do I have to do it? No, of course not. It doesn't matter who gives it to her. It's just wrong. But you have to decide something. No, never. I can't decide. I don't decide. I'll just sit here till it all works out by itself. That's not how the world works. You can't do that. You stupid woman. Why? Things only end when something happens. As long as I sit here, nothing should happen at all. Look, just hear me out. I know it's hard and I'm fully aware of your strengths, but we need to talk it through. Listen up, ladies. I'm about to get enough of this. I can't make a decision for you. This is your family, your problem, your life. Don't yell at me, please. They said the man from the agency will help. I am the agency. I am the agency. Hard, I'm fully ready, but we need to talk it through. You should go there and play along, pretend like she's daughter. We need to murder her. Nah, she's fine. Play with her. I can't. She thinks she's a kid. I hate kids. She's not a kid. She's your mother, and she needs you now more than ever. Now you get in there, young woman, and you play with that old lady that thinks she's a little girl. No, please. It's too hard. It is hard. It sucks, but it's gonna be hard if you're taking care of her old lady anyway. But that's just how. Welcome to the real world. She would have been proud of your daughter and never abandoned her until the very end. Nobody would wish for a better daughter. Oh my god. I'll try. Thank you. Just be careful, one step at a time. I've done it. The woman rises from her stool with a huge effort and starts to slowly move towards the kitchen's door, shaking badly but still maintaining her balance. You consider giving her a hand, but then conclude it might confuse and weaken her even more. It seems to you that each step takes a year, that by the time she gets to the bedroom, you'll be as old and wrinkled as her mother. Then again, after he talks to you about the future in your office, a sudden change of scenery in this place's emotional turmoil, your perception of time is too messed up to give it any credit. And she's done. Do I leave now? Do I go to the other room and see what's up? I believe we do. Oh, it's adorable. You enter the bedroom just as the woman gets close enough for me to notice her. The old lady's eyes light up, and she makes an effort to jump off the bed in excitement like a real girl would do, but her health quickly betrays her, and she offers her a simple smile of recognition. Mommy, hello, darling. Did you come to play? Yes. Oh, wow, this is so cool. I have so many games, but I don't even know where to start. Listen, darling, let's play a special game. What kind of game? Game with switching roles. You be my mother, and I be your daughter. Okay, it must be fun, but we'll play a good and happy mommy. I'm not going to cry. I'll play mom and daughter all the time. Let's play and play. I feel like you were your mom already. That's because you are. I mean, you will be tear. Cute, real sad. Very touching. The woman claps on her knees, able to hold away her own body and longer, plays her head in the old lady's lap and starts to shake with silent sobs and stops quickly and abruptly as if left with no energy to produce any movements at all. Paralyzing thought crosses your mind that she collapsed for good. Or can collapse any moment now. That powers the one's broken middle-aged woman are nowhere near enough to hold this twisted experiment for any meaningful amount of time. But you wave this thought away with all your might. You must believe that you've done the right thing. You have to believe. Then the woman falls asleep and her breath gets steady while the old lady leans forward a little and starts to stroke her new mother's hair, an affectionate and peaceful expression on her face. You hear a faint clicking noise coming from somewhere in the hallway. It appears that something, or someone, has unlocked the front door. Alright, you two enjoy it. I mean, caring for an aging parent sucks, but that's how it is. Can't just because caring for someone is a burden, but it's a burden you must bear. You can't simply wash it away. Unless the woman was suffering, and that's a whole different discussion. But the mother, the old lady seemed happy. Front door's open and you're free to leave this place. Step out into the world. Into the world. You walk through the door and out of the building to find that the world outside looks just as dark and eerie as the 4 rooms before. A silhouette of what appears to be Jackie nods and waves its hand towards the car, so blurred it really wouldn't be able to take you anywhere. So blurred it surely won't be able to take you anywhere. You take a seat anyway. Much to your surprise, the engine roars to life. Shadows of skyscrapers start to pass by behind the window, but all of them are just different variations of the mother turned daughter, daughter turned mother, swirling in crazy dances, excited to welcome you into their household as a new family member. When the dimly lit house finally gives way to reality, you find yourself staring at a city skyline through a window wall, apparently at a high floor of some building. Jackie stands nearby looking tense, but much more composed and determined than she was back at your office. It appears she's ready to answer a lot of questions now, and prepared that some of them won't be nice. Whatever happened to you is part of the plan. What happened? The first problem. This is some kind of game. This was ruthless. Unnecessary. I promise it wasn't just to make you suffer. There's meaning behind this, and we are going to explore it. Was it even real? How did I appear? There's a lot of questions here, and there's a lot of us to learn about Jackie, and I'm starting to wonder if I still feel like we were chosen because we may have been about to die. So we might have just been a choice of convenience. But then, us being thrust, why would you need our perspective to solve that problem? That's kind of weird. It seems like a problem contemporary to our world. Why would you need a guy from the past to solve it? I think there's maybe a little bit more going on here. But there's more problems to solve, but that is supposedly wonderful future. I think I like it. I think I get the title now in particular, supposedly wonderful future. So she's saying everything's great in the future, but then you get there and there's some problems, such as that first problem. That was a problem that from sci-fi is actually really cool because it's stating a problem evolved from the technology of the setting. So they have these immortality treatments and these treatments for mental diseases, but you have one that went wrong, and now you have a woman that may live together, but she has the body of an old woman and mind of a child. And how do we handle that? And then you can draw that into, contemporary with us, like real life discussions about euthanasia and elderly care. So that's really awesome, and I hope the other problems are going to be like that. I think that's all we're going to play today. I probably will finish this on my own time because it's some legit science fiction. I'm a big sci-fi fan, so woohoo! 2 thumbs up for me. Thanks for watching. Leave a like to the video, subscribe for more, find Twitch.xd. I'll see you next time. And obscure comment is, if you were a time traveling problem solver, I'm sure you do a great job. I'll see you later.